In this episode, I'm going to tell you 3 things you need to do to be a great podcast guest. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for today's episode of Interview Connections TV. As I am airing this episode, I'm on my way out to San Diego for my dad, my business coach, Jim Palmer's Dream Business Academy. So I'm super excited to get out and enjoy some sunny, warm Southern California weather. In today's episode, I'm going to give you 3 things you should always do when you are interviewed on podcasts. These 3 things will ensure that you are going to be a great guest that is memorable and that podcasters love. Number 1, when you first get on the recording, when you first pick up that Skype call before the interview actually starts, check in with the host. Ask them, hey, real quick, so how long will this recording be? That way, if you have a strict end time, you can tell them. Also, ask the host who their audience is and ask them kind of, do you want me to tell stories? Do you want me to give a lot of actionable tips? Just give them the opportunity to tell you what they want in you as a guest. Number 2, have a Postit Note with the host's name and then tape it to your computer. And the reason I say this is not because you're going to forget the host name, but this is going to remind you to use their name throughout the interview. Not only does using somebody's name show respect, it makes them feel really good. Your name is the best word in any language that you could possibly hear. It makes you feel good every time someone says your name. As a guest, when you're saying the host's name in your answers, it makes them feel good and the interview is going to go a lot better. And number 3, always answer questions in a way that sheds light on something you do or something you're working on. So the reason I say this is because some of the feedback that I get from podcasters when they're interviewing people who are new to doing interviews is that the answers are short. You know, they're good answers, but they're short and it ends up being kind of a choppy conversation. So when you answer a question, even if it's a really simple answer, always think of how you can tie in something that you do. So it not only helps promote you and your business and helps bring exposure to something that you're doing, but it will inspire the host to ask a follow-up question. So I hope that helps you. If you're interested in getting interviewed as a podcast guest or want to learn more about how we can work together, go to interviewconnections.com/guest and check out my podcast at Rhodes2SuccessPodcast.com. Check out the podcast producers at thepodcastproducers.com to learn all about the art and business of podcasting. I am Jessica Rhodes and I'm committed to helping you build your business through leveraging the power of guest interviews. Everyone have a great productive week, do lots of interviews, and I will talk to you next Tuesday.